determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it when it's time. You run the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Round 80!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming for you, son.
Alert!
Switching. Watch.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. He's coming, he's coming.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Flushed out right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A first down throw for Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. A gain of 6 there on first. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Jim, 47.
Jim.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 24, Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Tight dog. Then we're going to 53. Then we're going to 54. Going to 54. Line 26.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Big hit. Short of the goal line. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years, and I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Just like that.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Alert, alert, alert. He's checking crack.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Bills first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, hold. Back. Check nickel. Check it back.
Here's Gore. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mike 48. Check tight. Slam. Shoot.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Allen operating from the gun and able to find John Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down, Bills.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They will run with Singletary. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 37. Check 37. Check 99. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, home. Slam. Quick the edge.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check it out, 61. Matchbox lights.
Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
First down, Buffalo.
Right there. 54. Alert! Squeeze down low. Check. X3. 218. Chop. Alert!
On 1st down, Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Third down.
Hey, let's get him home. Hey, alert 3. Regular. Wall. Get wall.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings it 3rd and 6.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80. Block 49. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Cooper's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Got 4 down, 4 down. Shit. Switch.
A first down carry by Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on second down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. John Brown. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Everybody going to 54, going to 54, wide. Everybody going to 54, wide.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Wide.
Mike, 49.
Then we're going to 53.
Kill.
Then we're going to 53.
Bang.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's pick off 52. Tight. Let's get off the field. Mike's by 4.
From the gun, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun. Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant. Middle. Hey, dude.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch it. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Brings up 3rd down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
It's 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54 Mike. Middle. 54. Hey, box drop. Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Now Allen, operating from the gun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Come on, D.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tighten
Switch it. Come on, switch it. We're going to 54. Why?
On first down, it's Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's baby.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
Alert 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, there you go.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, kill.
You got double up. Check 31. Switch.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, pushed their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch 52. 54, right there. 54. Bravo. Mike 5-4. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Allen will try again on second down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on set. Is incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go. 46. We got it. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
And here's Allen on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go!
54. Mike 54.
And watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Alert. Go.
And again, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And John Brown's got it complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, G.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check. Watch 54. I'm trying to collect. Hey, exit. One set. Check. Pass 85. It's a corner now.
Mike 54.
Allen to throw on third down. And that's complete to Croft. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Allen stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
He's not going to get me. Check 3, check 3.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Keeps himself upright. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
54. Mike 54. What's the run? They're running.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Five wide. Mike 5-4. I got you, son.
Back to throw. Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check. Hey, Orbit. Mike 54. Half. Right there. 54.
To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Dallas, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
sad about it. No sad about it. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up.
I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. what it costs. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the dessert. I'ma leave it on the side. You run the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
As we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Got it. 280.
6 months. I'm not ready. Check
68.
Check 13.
Ready to go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Switch up, switch up. Hatchet.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Jim,
51.
Kill. Turn up.
21.
Turn up.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
59, Danny. Wait, 25. Wait.
On deck. Tight dog. Watch that. Check. Wait.
Ready to go.
From the 17, Ryan. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Jahan, ready.
Practice 59. Screen.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins hands to Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate as they...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 97 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that's only the 3rd time in NFL history we've had a run of exactly 97 yards into the end zone. So we're witnessing a little bit of history right there, partner.
And what makes it that much more impressive for me is that if you're on defense, you're expecting them to run the ball. They're on their own 3-yard line. Not many people risking throwing it, so you expect them to do exactly what they did, yet it still breaks for 97 yards. That's a long way. And
some quick research, the other two, 2014 Lamar Miller, the other
I know the other one.
Okay.
That was 1939. Oh, no, I wasn't.
You weren't there. You were almost there. You were a baby at that point. Yeah, 1939. Wow. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready,
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Third and long for Cousins. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Falcons! Jeremy Sprinkle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Undercrush. General West.
Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Back 25. 21.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's going to go down again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Ready. Back 25. Hey, 59. Ready.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Get that quarterback. And on. 51. 22.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got it. Like 25.
Watch the slip.
Got it.
Whip. Watch the whip.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Detroit.
Gun.
45. Stop your whining.
Hey, Echo.
First down. Here's Cousins. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 16, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You got double tight. Double tight.
You got three down.
Check. Lucky. Let him go.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Hey, Team 6.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Two.
45.
Here's Cousins. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Switch.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
16.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Cousins to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Daddy, 280.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
45, 16.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
QB's trash. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Detroit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
45's the mic. I got one.
Hey, no, easy.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Watch the run. Check, 45's the mic. Check.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He'll get this one to Galladay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Hey, receiver.
45's the mic.
You gonna get this boy? Gun. Hey, 382, left 50. Yellow.
Cut.
Bravo.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Kill.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch safety creep. South. Safety's creeping.
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll find Jones again. Complete. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Hey, 59, 30.
On 1st down, Freeman, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Freeman again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it, and the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Easy. And middle. Hey, wahoo!
To throw again. Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now it's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing his Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey.